Ballinger's hand is the best recipe they've got. Cosby's three, missed. Gober, offensive rebound, can't get it to fall. It sat on the rim, and Ballinger pulls the rebound down and draws the foul, and if that's Fairbanks, that'll be 2.
And the way she's reacting, it is on Fairbanks.
It is on Star Fairbanks, so the best player in this tournament for Oklahoma City so far, standing on the court with 2 fouls. Rob Edmondson in a discussion with the official right now. Nobody going to the table to get Fairbanks out of the game.
And you got to like how Oklahoma City's getting those offensive rebounds. You just got to finish both the first and the second chances.
So Shantae Walter and Star Fairbanks playing with 2 fouls as Insminger goes on the left hand, somehow got that shot to go.
But you see she attacked Fairbanks trying to draw that 3rd foul.
Insminger was 6. Insminger and Ballinger all 21 points. Fairbanks now against Ballinger. Got the spin move and got underneath. Fairbanks now with 8. So back and forth the teams go with the post players. Campbellsville, though, is going to need a little help from the guards, and Ballinger calling for a clear out now as she works against Johnson. The step back, and how about that move? 6'3" and just going off the dribble from 18 feet.
What can you say? Possibly the best player in this tournament.
17 points for Whitney Ballinger. Campbellsville wanted to walk. Ballinger had that shot put up over the top of her by KJ Johnson. And that was an impressive move from the 6'2" junior out of Portland, Oregon.
Couldn't play that any better. Put her arms straight up in the air, but just had to float her over top.
Insminger with it, had a look at an open shot, couldn't get it, and now they're going to be a foul from behind as KJ Johnson was trying to get around Whitney Ballinger, and that'll be 17 fouls on the Stars. And here, like we mentioned, the one weak point of Whitney Ballinger's game, the free throw line. She'll go to the line for the 1-and-1, only 1 of 4 from that spot today.
Well, she has 17 points. She could have 20 if she made those first 3. But that last bucket by Ballinger, the first one outside the paint for Campbellsville.
So Ballinger, the first of the 1-and-1, gets it to go. So hit them when it matters when you're getting the 1-and-1 because you earned the second. That was the first foul against Johnson. Ballinger's second good as well, and we'll see Mackenzie Lee into the game. Ballinger now 1 point away from 20 here in the first half. We've not even played 15 minutes yet, and she's got 19 points.
We'll have to look into what the leading scorer for this tournament is so far during the half.
Danica Cosby with the basketball. The leading scorer in a single game so far has been Colleen Planetta. She had 31 or 33. I'm not positive what it was from Point Loma in their opening round loss. Holly Harden gets it down low. Ginger Colvin wanted to travel. Instead, a bank shot in, and Ballinger, you could see there, already with 1 foul in the game, didn't want to pick up the second, just put her hands down and allowed that shot to be made.
And a smart move by Ballinger, but I think the player did get away with a travel there.
They go over the top. Ballinger, the tough catch, and puts it in. There's no stopping her at this point. She's got 21. It didn't matter. They threw the pass in between 3 defenders, and Ballinger still went up and got it. At this pace, though, you have to wonder, will she have anything left for the second half as Cosby finally gets on the board. The leading scorer for this Oklahoma City team finally puts her first 2 points in, 16 minutes in.
Well, most of the stuff's coming from inside, so she's not like she's having to run around the court a whole lot.
Ballinger again, this time Harden, though, got around her and tipped it away. They're going to have to figure something out when they try to get those entry passes in because Oklahoma City has been successful in taking some of them away. 9 turnovers now on Campbellsville. And there's the travel that Ginger Colvin wanted. Lauren Gober that time. We'll see Megan Isaacs back in. Along with Courtney Danis for Campbellsville. Ballinger's had just 1 rest so far in the game. And she's now going to come out and run the point. And it's a tough matchup for Holly Harden to guard outside. Screens on the both left and right. Creating now for Mackenzie Lee, the 3 no good. And the guards for Campbellsville still haven't scored. It's been Whitney Ballinger and Christy Insminger, all 27.
And Campbellsville now 0 of 5 from outside.
They need some help from the guards. Walter a 3, can't get it. And we're going to have a tie up on the rebound as Isaacs and Duncan had it together. Possession arrow favors Oklahoma City, so they'll keep it with a new shot clock.
And Ballinger still just watching rebounds, not wanting to get called for a cheap over the back.
And Ballinger, though, a good job there to tip that inbounds pass away. Duncan tried to get it into Harden. Ballinger tipped it out of bounds, so they'll try it again. 3:20 to go. Oklahoma City a 5-point lead. Campbellsville's led by as much as 5. Oklahoma City's led by as much as 5. And that pass tipped away again. Out of bounds this time by Melly Heaton. So we'll try the inbounds again as Walter will try the inbounds for Oklahoma City, and we'll do it over here in front of press row. This time Oklahoma City finally gets it inbound successfully. They go down low to Johnson, working against Ballinger. The turnaround good, and it's all post players here in our opening ball game. Johnson with 4.
Oklahoma City now with 20 points in the paint.
They work it around the top. Ballinger now comes out to set a screen, but you have to look for her to get the basketball as the shot clock's down to 11. Just inside the top of the key, good again. And if you don't have 3 hands in her face, she's knocking it down today. 23 points, 7 rebounds, and let me remind you, we're still playing the first half. Johnson will try the answer on the other side, air ball. Left it short, and they'll give up that possession all day long, and now they're gonna talk about it and say the shot was tipped. It looks like the official over here will. Ginger Colvin can't believe it on the sideline over there. The official right here below us on this side of the near court, right there at the bottom of your screen, came in and overruled, said the shot was tipped out of the hands of Johnson. So no shot clock reset though, 13 left to go. Oklahoma City though keeps it with a 5-point lead. Shot clock down to 7 now. Cosby with it, drives to the basket. Ballinger with the stuff. And now she'll run with it. The lead pass, the behind the back save inbounds. Lee's a 3. No good again from outside. Offensive rebound though. Ballinger for 3 from out top. Finally misses a jump shot and a foul from behind there by Campbellsville. But you can feel the emotion already in this ball game. The two teams very energized in the first 18 minutes.
Well, both teams have a good fan base here, and the fans are really getting into it right now. But I think that last shot by Ballinger was just a little too far out of her range.
Ensminger will come back in for Campbellsville. Courtney Dennis will sit back down. It's still been all Ensminger and Ballinger. Ballinger has 23, Ensminger with 6. We go under 2 minutes to play here in the first half. Campbellsville back to the 2-3 zone. Gober to the inside, the left-hand runner. Too strong. They'll try another NBA range 3. They still can't get it to fall from outside. Loose ball foul on the rebound against Megan Isaacs. 0 for 8 now for Campbellsville from outside. And you have to think if they're gonna win this game, they have to start hitting from out there because Ballinger can only carry you so far.
But they're getting good looks. They're just making them a little too strong. They need to lessen their shot up a little bit. But you gotta like how they're being aggressive on the offensive rebounds, but just now they're a little too aggressive.
4 fouls against Campbellsville so far. Campbellsville in their opening game was only 4 of 26 from outside, and in their second round game, they were 6 of 27. So not the strongest of 3-point shooting performances here in this tournament as Cosby misses. Another offensive rebound, but the follow missed by Johnson, and Ballinger has 9 boards now. Ballinger just goes coast to coast, has it stripped.
Finally, Oklahoma City stopped Ballinger when she was driving.
10 turnovers now on Campbellsville. 1 minute left here in this first half. Gober with it. Turnaround, no good. Ballinger a double-double now. 23 points, 10 boards here in the first half. Campbellsville a chance for a 2-for-1 here if they go quickly, and Ballinger's fouled on the spin move. That'll be Lauren Gober. That'll be her first. 8 fouls now on Oklahoma City, so Ballinger will go back to the free throw line. missed 3 of her first 4, hit the last 2, so 3 of 6 from the free throw line for her here in the early going. Holly Harden will come back in along with Emily Davis for Oklahoma City. Gober and Johnson take a seat, and Ballinger will go to the free throw line, although now they'll talk about it. The officials will. Now they'll go over and speak with the scorer's table. I'm not sure what this is about. And maybe there's been some confusion about who the foul was on.
Yeah, they changed it to number 30, Gober.
It'll be Whitney Ballinger at the free throw line. 1-and-1 time. Gets the first one to go, so after a rough start from the free throw line, she's looked really good on the last 3.
Settled down, taking a little more time on these free throws.
Ballinger there again. Second one good as well, 25.
And she's already tied this tournament high for herself. She had 25 in the first game against LSU Shreveport, and that was an overtime game.
Now the Campbellsville fans come to their feet. 14 seconds between the shot clock and game clock. So Oklahoma City has to put a shot up before this half ends. Duncan will try a 3, left wing, good. 6-point game, and now Campbellsville has final possession should they choose. And Ballinger looks like it's just going to be her shot to take here with 13 seconds to go. Ballinger gets it back, and it's stolen away by Davis. It's a 4-on-1 for Oklahoma City. Up to Harden. The layup, good. And that is how our first half is going to end. A huge momentum swing for Oklahoma City. 5 points in the final 30 seconds of the half. And Oklahoma City goes to the break with an 8-point lead.
And Oklahoma City showing why they're the number 1 seed in their bracket, stepping up when it matters most, getting a run in the last minute of the first half.
And Whitney Ballinger's done all she can here in the first half, but Campbellsville is still going to go to the break, down 39-31. Your scoring stats here at the half. On the side for Oklahoma City, it's been very, very balanced. No one yet in double figures yet. But you look, Holly Harden, Laura Duncan, and Star Fairbanks all have 8 points. Shantae Walter with 7 and so far to lead the way. So balanced scoring on the side for Oklahoma City. You can't say the same thing, though, when you look at the side for Campbellsville. They have 31 points. It's done by 2 players. Whitney Ballinger, 10 of 15 from the field, 5 of 8 from the free throw line. She has 25 points, 10 rebounds here at halftime. Christy Ensminger, 3 for 3 from the field, has the other 6. So that's our score as we go to the break. Halftime's a little bit longer now as we have reached the quarterfinal round. Halftime's now 15 minutes as opposed to the 10 that we've had. So it'll be a little bit longer break here before we're back with you for the first half stats. But we head to the half. 39-31, Oklahoma City leading Campbellsville. You're watching the NAIA on Jump TV. Back here at Oman Arena, Stephen Williams, Philip Tang with you as we are down to the final 8 teams here in this NAIA Division I Women's National Tournament. Quarterfinal time of 8 teams today. 4 of them will go home. 4 of them will stay around for the rest of the weekend and play again on Monday night. Quarterfinal number 1 underway. Oklahoma City and Campbellsville now at the half, about 2 minutes before we start this second half, 39-31. Oklahoma City with a little bit of a flurry right before the halftime. And they had themselves an 8-point lead. Your halftime stats, it's pretty even in terms of field goal percentage. You look, Oklahoma City 43%, Campbellsville 43%. Oklahoma City, though, has made 4 more field goals than Campbellsville has. 3-pointers, 3 of 9 for Oklahoma City, including a huge one right before the half by Laura Duncan. Campbellsville hasn't gotten anything out of the guards yet. No points from their guards. They are 0 of 8 from outside. 5 of 8 from the free throw line for Campbellsville. All of that, though, is Whitney Ballinger so far. 2 for 2 for Oklahoma City, so they haven't spent much time at the free throw line because Campbellsville only committed 4 fouls in the first half. Turnovers have been a problem for Campbellsville. 11 turnovers, and it's turned into 10 Oklahoma City points. 7 turnovers for Oklahoma City, but most of those came in the opening few minutes when Rob Edmondson burned 3 timeouts in a 6-minute span to start the ball game. So they really settled down at that point. Point to the paint is where it's really happened. 22 per side so far. Second chance points even, bench scoring even. So as you look at the second half, Campbellsville has got to find someone other than Whitney Ballinger to score the basketball.
Well, I'm surprised Danis is not scoring. She's been in double figures both of the games in this tournament so far, 10 and 15. So she's got to step it up. But you can't rely on Ballinger. She's going to wear out eventually if she's having to put another 25 points on the board.
And the other thing for Oklahoma City, there's a lot of momentum now in their favor as they went to that halftime break, because we looked at it. It was a 3-point ball game. They had possession of the ball, got a 3, got a steal, got a layup right before the half. That 5-0 run is huge when you talk about a 3-point game at half and an 8-point game at half.
Well, that gives the confidence to the Stars, saying, if we pick up the tempo a little bit, we can score easier than we slow it down and try and work inside with Ballinger blocking up the middle.
Well, and Oklahoma City, as their leading scorer, Danica Cosby, with just 2 points at halftime, just had 1 basket from the field. She had 2. The scoring was very balanced for them, no one with more than 8. Campbellsville will have possession of the ball to start this half, and they need a basket early on to keep this one within striking distance and not allow Oklahoma City to open up a double-digit lead on their first touch.
And you notice Hardin, instead of Fairbanks, is guarding Ballinger because Fairbanks has 2 personal fouls.
Well, and Hardin had a lot more success tipping passes away, and they go to work immediately, and they're not even near the paint. Ballinger, though, gets the touch, got around Hardin, has it stripped away by Walter, though. Ended up in the hands of Messer. Ballinger now on Fairbanks, went right at her. It was too short, though, a little far out for that kind of move for Ballinger, and Walter right away loses it out of bounds.
So early on again, we see Oklahoma City coming out struggling on the offensive end, turnovers early.
Rob Edmondson just in that crouch stance over there by his bench. Ginger Colvin's been standing and pacing the whole ball game in front of hers. Campbellsville trying to get into the semifinal round. Oklahoma City trying to do the same. The Oklahoma City, a program that's been there many, many times. Ballinger turns it over. Cosby all the way to the rim, is fouled on the way there before the layup by Hardin. You look at this Oklahoma City program. They have 5 national championships in their program history. They finished runner-ups 3 different times, so there's 8 years. 8 of the 16 times they've been here, they've played on national championship night.
And it's part of the dynasty that we've seen out of Oklahoma in the mid-90s and early 2000s, swatted by Ballinger.
That's the block number 3 and block 23 for the tournament. They'll try another one from outside. They finally get that first one to go, and there's a confidence booster for Wendy Messer and for this entire Campbellsville team. Duncan on the other end, too strong. Fairbanks the rebound and a foul on the shot. But that 3-pointer, you have to think the confidence all of a sudden now hits a high.
Well, now you know you can hit the 3-pointer early on, and they can finally have something to say, I've scored, beside Ballinger and Esbinger.
That was the first basket made by someone other than Whitney Ballinger and Christy Ensminger. Foul went against Melly Heaton, her second. It sends Fairbanks to the line. Fairbanks makes the first one. The second one would make her the first one of the Stars players in double figures. Second one good. She has 10 now. So another double figure performance out of Star Fairbanks. 25 points in the game 1, 22 in game 2 in this tournament for Fairbanks. Trying to get back into the 20s today. A lot of pressure in the backcourt, and Cosby just took it away and loses the dribble, and now it's numbers for Campbellsville. Danis to Lee, and then turned over by Ballinger. Couldn't handle the pass, so a big momentum swing here. Fairbanks to the basket. A blocking foul, so Fairbanks will go back to the line. But frustration on this end for Campbellsville because they had a 3-on-1. Ballinger in the middle just couldn't handle the pass.
I think it was one too many passes. I think the second person that got the ball should have put it up.
Yeah, TJ Thomas got it, decided to dish off to Ballinger. Ballinger could not handle the pass. So Fairbanks back to the free throw line. Now he's hit 3 in a row in this half. That was the 3rd foul on Melly Heaton. So she'll sit down. Megan Isaacs will come back. Isaacs, who had a good game last game, 12 points, 10 rebounds, has yet to score. And like you mentioned earlier, Dennis, 10 in game 1, 18 in game 2, has yet to score. Fairbanks second one good as well. A good free throw shooter. That's 4 in a row. And now Oklahoma City to a bit of a press, trying to slow this game down, or speed up this Campbellsville team. Slow them down, though, getting up the court. Ballinger now dishes off. Dennis will get a good look from outside. Can't get it to go. Offensive rebound, though, and a stick back by Messer.
Now Messer with 5.
So finally, Campbellsville finds someone else that'll put some points on the board. Messer with 5 in this half.
And take the load off of Ballinger.
Duncan, who's already hit 2 from outside, thought about that one, instead drives and stuck, and Ballinger steals it away. Good defense. Campbellsville with numbers if they hurry. Dennis now will go 1-on-3 and wrap it around, and just a bad pass. Cosby right there to take it away.
That's when you try and go up and draw the foul instead of passing it.
Duncan, a wide open look at the 3, and the way she's been shooting in this tournament, you expect it to go in when she's that wide open. Duncan has 11. That's her 3rd from outside. Ballinger, 18 feet, top of the key, good. And from outside, she hits again, 27.
She has got excellent range, excellent range.
That pass too far inside. Walter tried to get it from Harden. They tried to go backwards because it's normally Walter feeding Harden. Instead, Harden tried to feed Walter and threw it too far out of bounds.
Well, they tried to take advantage of Harden staying outside, getting Ballinger away from down low. That time just too hard of a pass.
So Campbellsville gets it back, trailing by 8. They've got to find answers on offense to keep putting points on the board and then get defensive stops. Keep Oklahoma City from running away with this one. Ensminger, the spin move, and draws the foul. Ensminger is a tough player to guard because, like Ballinger, a post player, but she handles the ball well on the outside.
Well, they listed her on the roster as a guard/forward, which means she can do a little bit of everything.
So Campbellsville gets it back. The foul went against Holly Harden. Just her first. Isaacs needs somewhere to go with it. Finds Ballinger. Steps in between defenders. Basket and the foul. And with a free throw here, Ballinger could be our 2nd player in this tournament to 30.
And another tough shot made.
Colleen Planetta had 31. That, I believe, is our tournament high. That was in the opening round. Whitney Ballinger now has 30, and we still have 16:41 to play. That was the 3rd foul against Lauren Gober, who stays on the floor. So a little bit of foul trouble now for Oklahoma City. Gober had 3, and now she goes right at Ballinger with the left hand and sticks it in.
Good job getting around Ballinger and a nice little soft touch.
With all the energy that Ballinger's having to exert on offense, you wonder how much she has left on the defensive end. Normally an excellent defensive player, has 23 blocks in this tournament in 2+ games. And we have a timeout called by Megan Isaacs as she was about to be double teamed down low. So Ginger Colvin will use a 30-second timeout. 16:07 to go. 48-41, Oklahoma City on top. You're watching the NAIA on Jump TV. Stephen Williams, Philip Tang back with you here at Oman Arena in Jackson, Tennessee. Oklahoma City a 7-point advantage, but Campbellsville has the basketball. They've gotten a few more answers in this half. Gotten points out of Wendy Messer, who has the basketball. And now they'll go to Ballinger, who's triple teamed, had the ball knocked away, but a good save by Isaacs. at the buzzer on the shot clock. The shot is thrown up by Lee. Ballinger couldn't corral the rebound. Campbellsville just lost track of time there. Cosby's long three, no good. Harden offensive rebound, can't get the follow. And a shot Holly Harden's not going to miss very often. Rob Edmondson, I believe, close to getting a technical foul there as he was highly upset with the officials. Messer, no good on the three.
Another rush three, that time by Campbellsville.
So Oklahoma City still with a 7-point advantage. We've been right about that mark the whole time. They wanted a foul on Ballinger again that time as Emily Davis went up for it. No foul again. Ballinger only has one. Now she'll go off the dribble to the basket, gets it to go, and there's your game high in the tournament. 32 points for Whitney Ballinger, and it's almost like, when will it stop?
Only reason she'll stop is when she's on the bench or if she's in foul trouble, which neither is happening right now.
48-43, Oklahoma City holding on to the lead. Campbellsville, though, if they're going to win this ball game, this is where it'll be won, is on this end, and they get a turnover right on cue as the pass from Emily Davis is thrown out of the reach of Holly Harden. And so Campbellsville, they can do all the scoring on this end to our right that they want to do, but if they don't get stops on the defensive end, this game's over.
Well, they've not been able to cut it down because they're switching back, buckets back and forth, and that's something neither team can afford right now.
So Campbellsville a chance to get as close as they've been since the final seconds of that first half. Dennis almost lost it on the pass and almost traveled with it. Oklahoma City fans, you could hear them on the other side, wanted the foul call. Ensminger to her left, the strong hand, couldn't get it to go, tipped out of bounds. And Campbellsville will keep it 9 on the shot clock, and Rob Edmondson can't believe that they don't have possession. And Ginger Colvin wants a timeout for Campbellsville. She'll take a full timeout. 14:09 to go. Campbellsville trails Oklahoma City by 5. You're watching the NAIA on Jump TV. .09 to go in our first quarterfinal matchup here at Ullman Arena. Stephen Williams, Philip Tang bringing you all of the color and excitement here from Ullman Arena in game one. Whitney Ballinger gets the basketball. Campbellsville has 7 on the shot clock. Dennis drives to the basket. Offensive foul off the curl route as Danica Cosby stepped in and drew the charge.
Good timing by Cosby to get there right in time as a couple subs come in for Campbellsville.
Dennis will go take a seat. That was just her first foul, though. 4 now on Campbellsville in the half. They had 4 the entire first half. So we may see more free throws out of Oklahoma City here in the second half than we did in half number 1. KJ Johnson with it back into the game for Oklahoma City. Cosby will try right wing 3, good, and just wide open. No one found her on the court. She's got 5.
They're all collapsing down low and leaving jump shooters wide open.
So they stretch it back out to 8. We've been about 5 to 9 points. We've gotten as wide as 10 in this half. But it's been about 5 to 9, the duration so far, 6.5 minutes. Shot clock down to 7. They've got to go quickly. Ensminger to her left, to the basket, up and under, and wow, if that would have gone, what a shot it would have been, but it just rimmed off.
It's a little too hard of a bank, but man, what a spin move to put that one up.
So Oklahoma City now with the basket can make this a double-digit margin. And it would have to be deflating for Campbellsville to look up and be down by double digits. Cosby from the same spot on the floor again. Give her 8 now, 2 in a row from that exact spot, and it's the largest it's been at 11.
And she found the sweet spot on the floor for herself. Back-to-back threes.
Ballinger now. Campbellsville looking to her for answers, and she's fouled on her way to the basket. Foul goes against